Hey, what's up? This is a response doing another live audio commentary here for you. Going to be a Protoss vs. Terran this time. Only going to give you my vision again. That's not my vision. There we go. And let's get this show on the road. Alright, so Protoss vs. Terran on Blistering Sands. I play a very economical Protoss vs. Terran, just like my other two matchups. I don't like a lot of cheese builds. I don't like a lot of cheese all-ins. I like to get that early economy up. I like to secure an advantage with my economy and maintain it from there. I guess that's my StarCraft 1 roots maybe shining through. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so that's basically my basic style. I generally like a lot of 1 gateway expo builds and a lot of 2 or 3 gateway into expo builds, just really fast expos, getting that expo up and then going from there. So yeah, this is against some player named Trump. I guess he's a Terran player. He's fairly well known, I guess. I'm sure. I built that pylon near my base. Notice again, because of the mining time difference that it makes, building a pylon at from your ramp instead of by your pylon at your nexus. Pylon at your nexus just gets you a little better mining time, and I prefer that in Protoss vs. Terran and Protoss vs. Protoss, but in Protoss vs. Zerg it's a completely different story. Alright, so yeah, I'm just doing a completely standard build here. Still no scouting from me. It is a 2-player map, so I don't really see the need to sending a probe scout on gateway. I just want to keep as many probes on mining as much as possible and continue to chrono boost as fast as possible. And I'll scout a little bit later, but it'll still be fine. I'll still be able to see whatever. I'll see what I need to see for him. So yeah, I'm going to be building a pylon here. This is to scout this destructible rocks. It's a very standard thing. And you see, as my second pylon built, now I'm going to be Now I'm going to be scouting, I should say. All right. Now I'm building my core here. Again, really standard timing. Really standard timing by me. And my second assimilator, going to be building my zealot next. I like a zealot while you're core's building. It just helps a lot to stop a lot of early rushes, and he did wall off here, so I don't get to see in his base, but that's fine. There's only a few builds he can do PvT. I mean, there's a lot of builds he can do PvT, but all of them are actually fairly well negated with this build. Notice, okay, now I am chrono boosting my units. This is key in this 1 gateway expansion build, to chrono boost your units instead of your probes right when you can, because you want to get these units out as quickly as possible, because you only got 1 gateway, so you need as many units out of that gateway as possible, and chrono boosting it is the key to getting out enough units. So yeah, my 3rd pylon just on time there. And I went to go see if his SCV was up here, but it already left my base. So yep, I have cybernetics core, my warp gate started, and a sentry started now. I like a lot of sentries early game in PvT, and again, chrono boosting this gateway instead of my probes, but continuing to build probes. You always want to be building probes in every matchup. It's so huge. Yep, and just positioning my units by his base. I'm going to be scouting this Zelnaga watchtower with my stalker, and I have this Zelnaga watchtower guarded with a probe. Oh, and my stalker gets a lucky barracks, finds a lucky barracks. I guess he's going to be going for some kind of barracks cheese build, but that's the key to success in StarCraft, is to scout. The more and better you scout, the more and better prepared you'll be for whatever they can possibly throw at you. So yep, I've got 2 sentries and a stalker out now. Let's see. I'm going to be building another sentry here very soon. Not sure why I haven't built it yet. And there it is. That's a little late on my 2nd sentry, but that's okay. So yeah, okay. At this point, I saw him trying to throw up that 2nd proxy barracks. So I know that he's going to be trying to do some type of cheese all-in build, kind of kind of idea. So instead of building my robotics next, which would be to counter any tech builds he could possibly do to kill Banshee, I'm going to be building more gateways first to have enough units to kill his push, because I know it's going to be coming, because I know he's going to be trying to kill me early. Because he's obviously not going to be expanding now. I guess he could have when he canceled it, but it's much less likely since he was trying to build that proxy barracks. So it's better to get these gateways up and be able to get enough units to defend this expo while it's still in the early stages of getting it done. And I'm just continuing to chrono boost units out of my gateway here. Very, very key.
Research complete.
So yep, gonna get a third gateway here. I'm not sure if I go 3 or 4 gateways. Probably 4, I would assume. Yep, 4 gateways. Very, very standard. Now I have warp gates finished, and I'm maynarding probes from my main base to my expo to get that expo up as soon as I possibly can. And I do see a Viking now, so it's kind of a weird build, but that does force me to throw up a robotics support base or robotics facility, because he could be going Banshee still. He's getting a nice little scout out with his Viking. That's pretty nice. And I do throw up that robotics instead of building more units, simply for the fact that that he could have switched to, he could potentially be going Banshee at this point. Notice I don't have my expansion gases up yet. Gonna throw them up now. You don't want to start them too early when you do this one gateway build, or you won't have enough units to defend. This is pretty good timing. I'd like to maybe see it a little bit later. Maybe throw up and get a few more units up, because I do have a ton of gas right now. So I don't really need them quite as much as I need units. But this isn't awful. Alright, and I did see him moving out before he was able to kill my probe here. And I did another scout probe again, another scout probe to see if he's expoing, and I see he's just expoing now. So I know that his attack is coming. Lots of sentries here. Sentries are huge in stopping any type of marine marauder, marine tank, marine medic, marine marauder medic, any type of marine ghost push. Sentries are huge because they you want to use that force field at these chokes to cut the units in half. Stop retreating units. Don't let them kite away from your units. And that's exactly what the force field does. It blocks them in. They're forced to fight, and then you can just get easy kills because half their army will be behind. It's just so good. So yeah, I see this is a really weird build by him. He's got Marines, a medevac, and a tank. So since I see that tank, I'm gonna throw up an immortal, I believe. Not sure. I got supply blocked here. Oh, such a bad play. You never want to get supply blocked, especially this early in the game. This could be potentially fatal, pretty much. So notice I do throw up a guardian shield, and I'm force fielding. The force fields are key, so now he cannot retreat any of those marines, and they just pretty much get destroyed by my stalkers. Killed almost all of them very, very quickly. And yep, there's my first immortal. I was really just... Yep, and now I'm chrono boosting my warp gates. Very huge to chrono boost your warp gates when you're under pressure. Allows you to get units just out that much quicker, and it's so huge. I'm just waiting for my immortal, basically, and then I know I can engage this army. Immortals just take such good damage from the siege tanks. It's not really that strong to get anything else besides immortals. To go before, I should say, not really strong to go before I get my immortals. So yeah, all 4 of the siege tanks targeting that immortal, which is so huge. I was able to take so many shots from that from the tanks just for that immortal. Then I'm able to just wipe up his whole army very easily there. But all basically because that immortal was there. And notice I am building a proxy pylon right here. I defended his attack easily. Didn't really lose any probes, didn't lose any mining time, and I was able to keep my expansion up. And since I was able to do that, I'm gonna just be the aggressor here, put on the pressure, and with warp gates that allows me to do that so easily. Yep. So he's only got 1 tank to defend. I mean, that's not gonna be nearly enough, and this is gonna be pretty much game. So you see how that early how that early gateway. I mean, you see that I could still stop his early pressure with just that one gateway by getting more warp gates right afterwards and just using my sentries and my force field to cut his army in half basically, and then he has to GG out, and that's game. Alright, so that's my third installment for Nerdstomper.com. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you guys are learning a lot. Hope I'm explaining what I'm trying to explain to you well. If you guys have any comments or questions, just message me. Thanks for watching. Bye.